What's up, guys? It's Maxwell, and welcome to Clashversation episode 8.
Hey everyone.
What's up?
And today we once again have a guest, so welcome, Psycho. Finally, you can join us on the show.
Thank you, Maxwell. It's a pleasure to be on.
All right, let's go. Welcome to the show, guys, and as usual we are going to kick off with the wars for last week, but first I wanted to take a moment to once again say hi, Psycho from Clantanemo Bay, and thank you for finally joining us. It's not your fault, of course, it's been due to schedule, and a lot of people may not know this, but originally this whole show was actually your idea, but whenever we first talked about it, you and me, we could not quite find the correct structure or structure that you were happy with, so that's why I actually ended up hosting it. But yeah, it's so awesome. I'm really happy that I was finally able to bring you on, man. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm actually starting up Clashversation 2 on my channel, and
that's a good one. I wouldn't mind, man. I mean, it was your idea, and yeah, maybe you can just real quick introduce yourself again for the people that don't know you yet.
Yeah, for sure. I am the YouTuber in Clantanemo Bay and one of the co-leaders there. Before I was in Clantanemo Bay, I was in Curmudgeons, and not a very well-known clan, but we were around for a little while. But I just wanted to say, I think what you guys and girl have done with the show is amazing. I think this is the best Clash of Clans content out there right now. So.
Thank you. That's a huge compliment, guys. I'm gonna pay him later for that. And, all right. Let's start with the wars though, and we of course only had two. We're gonna start with Faked Wargasm versus Dark Looters, and luckily we have the beast that pulled off the 11 versus 11 triple in here. Mutke, take it away, please.
So we had a pretty slow start, what really surprised me on both sides. I mean, I thought about it on the Elle side for the 9v9 game because of the time zone, but also on Fake Orgasm, like the last 9s got cleared 16 hours into the war. And yeah, it was pretty close. We cleared 29s with 33 hits, and the Elle needed 34, so not a real advantage on the scouting stuff. On the 10v10 game, the Elle started early with 2 10v10 triples on the lowest bases, so we were kind of confident because normally you clear both low bases. But started then struggling on the 10v10 game and had also like till then 3 out of 5 11s cleared, but all 11s already hidden. And decided then to keep number 5, which was 0 start 48% for 11v11, just waiting on the person who will do it then.
Which would be you?
Yeah, it wasn't decided at that point because we looked for if like bases are bitch able, then 11 that don't do normally bitch like me won't attack it, and rather do the 11v11.
Okay.
Yeah, they started early with 10v10 and we had like the whole time a disadvantage, and then at some point the Elle failed the first dip and we were like 2 out of 2 on dips, and we got in the same moment a 10v10 triple, and it looked like we got flipped the game, but then we had like 4 11v10 dips in a row as a fail.
Wow.
And kind of killed ourselves.
Yeah, like before that it was looking really close on stream, I remember, right?
Yeah, it was really close, and with the dip and the 10v10 at the same time, it seemed like we keep the train rolling for us, but gave it away really fast.
All right, so the Town 11 dip fails ended up really hurting your chances. I believe you ended up with 5 dip fails, the Elle with 2, is that correct?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Or 4 and 2.
Yeah. Yeah, in the end, a 7-star differential. Good performance overall by DL with 6 10v10 triples. And of course, some news for you out there as well. We've actually got a new DL member in here as well. Sloffels joined the Dark Looter. So, Sloffels, your thoughts on the war?
Yeah, I was on voice for a big part of the war. I wasn't actually in the clan yet though. They're trying to play it safe at the moment, not allowing new players for next season in. So I was just watching the streams and having a ton of fun there, chatting with all the people that were watching.
Let's make this very clear. You are joining for season 3. Is that correct?
Yes, I'm joining for season 3. That's correct. Yeah.
Awesome. So I guess you overall all happy with your squad there in the war, or?
Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, it's for me definitely a new experience to see an entire clan on the same time zone. It's something like very different to what I've been used to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was a very exciting war to watch with a lot of changes in the lead and who was going to be on top.
All right. Awesome. Ferox, have you been able? I think you have been out for most of this weekend. So have you been even able to check out the stats yet, or what's your estimation for that one?
To be honest, I was not able to watch any CWL boys at all. I'm not that surprised that that Clutus got the win. Yeah, like nothing which was very surprising or something like that.
All right, Psycho, you been watching any Clash this weekend?
Well, since I'm addicted to the game, obviously I'm gonna be watching some of it in the bathroom, etc. Even if I'm busy.
And I think you said earlier you were pulling for Faked Wargasm.
Yes, of course, because we lost to Faked Wargasm in Clantanemo Bay, so of course we want them to win the whole championship. Yes.
All right, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, well, in the end, and I did predict that last week. It was sort of quote unquote a steamroll, looking at all the stats and the end of the war. 7-star victory for the Elle, even more than what I expected or what I predicted. But yeah, I gotta say the war went down the way I thought it was going to, although I did not really think that Faked would fail that many dips. Alright, second war, once again, of course, my war, Dark Looter Z versus War and Glory. And thankfully we don't have Adam on this week, or he would give me a really hard time. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I love Adam. Yeah, how did this war go down? It started with a really good Tower 9 performance by us. 13 out of 15 for the first Tower 9 attacks, successful. And One Glory really struggled at that point. We were sort of chuckling. We were like, how are they struggling so much? But that was, of course, only the early stages. In the end, both sides ending up with 73 and 68% Tower 9 hit rate, so okay on both sides. Both sides really struggled, 10 versus 11. We went 4 out of 15, they went 5 out of 16. And we did go 11 versus 11 once, which actually also ended up being a fail. We had 2 disconnects. That was really unfortunate. One in a 10 versus 11 attack that got cleared in the next hit with the same plan, so that maybe could have gone in, and then one on a 10 versus 10 attempt, so that was sort of a bummer. 10v10 count, we had 3, they had 4, so very close. We had the 99% and the 97% left standing, so unfortunate there. And both sides with perfect dips. We went 9 out of 9, they went 10 out of 10. But yeah, again, you don't really expect One Glory to fail dips. So yeah, very close. Although the star count says we lost by 3, it was closer than that. With the 11 versus 11 very late not going in, it's going to be a star difference there. So well played by them, well done to them. Disappointing for us, still a pretty good war. And yeah, I don't know, guys. Anybody want to share any thoughts?
The ending was crazy.
Yeah.
In the last half hour, it was like the 2 10v10 got the 99 and the 97. So it was like, shit, it's not going well. And then the last, I think on the buzzer or something, you had 7 attacks go live at the same time, which is just crazy.
I was kind of surprised that One Glory had in the last 16-18 minutes 6 dips left and 2 guys with 2 dips each.
Yeah, Gareticus and Baker both had both the dips left with 11 minutes in war.
Yeah. And I heard one of their 11s got locked out for a personal break.
Yeah, apparently, I don't know if this is true, but from what I heard, one of the 11s had a personal break until 1 minute after war ended or something.
That's like your nightmare.
Oh no, 1 minute
Yeah.
before war ended, of course.
Before
Yeah.
he could hump on and then do his attack quick.
Still, it didn't fail. So
Did Becca dip successfully?
yeah, they went 10 out of 10 for dips.
Nice.
Yeah.
Becca was the reason why I was rooting for One Clary last time.
Yeah, Baker had 2 10 versus 11 fails with his 10, I believe, and then both his dips were successful.
Oh, you said Baker. I thought you said Becca.
No, Baker. I was talking
Okay.
about Baker.
Okay.
I don't know what Becker did actually.
Okay.
Motke?
I was for One Glory 2 because we lost to them in SL.
Thank you, Motke. Thank you.
And I was kind of against an DL final, to be honest.
Yeah.
Would have been boring.
It would have been fun for the DL guys.
It would have been
it's
fun.
better this way.
Come on now. I would have gone to Estonia.
Oh, that's
Sorry.
So good. Psycho, I believe you want to say something.
It would have been pretty awesome if War and Glory came up from Premier and first off won Premier last season and then took the win this season as well. Now they got to win against Dark Looters, but imagine if they do.
Yeah, that would definitely be one hell of a story. I think somebody also said that on stream, like from being out against the Swarm, being back in with a second chance, and then winning the whole thing would definitely be a cool story. Although we all hope that won't happen. No, I'm just messing. Predictions are gonna be later, guys. Predictions are gonna be later. Anyways, I think that's about sums it up for the wars for last week. We are gonna move on to the interview. For today's interview, guys, our topic is once again very interesting, I think, because I want to know how do you estimate CWL Season 2? Of course, once again, mainly focused on Invite, but we can talk about all leagues if you want to. How do you rank it on a scale from 1 to 10 as far as how did the season go? Not really for your clan, but just overall looking at it. And what would you change for Season 3 if you could? Like, would you change breakdowns, organization, bands, whatever comes to your mind? And this is also part of the reason why I am very happy to have Psycho on today, because I have talked to him about this before, and I think he's got a pretty strong opinion about this. So, Psycho, my man, please take it away.
Thank you, Maxwell. The problem for me is I don't remember what I've said before.
That's okay.
But I think Season 2, if you want me to rate it from 1 to 10, I think Season 2 has been fairly, it gets a low score from me. I think 3, 4, something like that, because there has been too much drama, too much scandals, and I don't enjoy that. You can enjoy that a little bit, but as much as it's been this season, I'm not too happy with it. I think Season 1 was great. It was you were so excited. You got these friendly wars. You got an organized tournament like, not tournament like, but an organized system where we could actually go up against each other, and I love that. But Season 2 has not been what I hoped it would be. I do, however, have high hopes for Season 3.
Yeah, jumping in on that, I agree with you. I think that Season 2 has been a season of scandals, if you sort of want to describe it as that. But equally, I feel like a couple of quote-unquote drama clans have moved on from CWL or are doing different things now. So I think that the future is bright for CWL.
I think so too. And I think I thought about this morning when I since I knew I was going to be on, what do I want to bring up as the number one thing I think is really important for CWL and the work community overall. And this might surprise you, because I could say something like the admins or the system or the tiers or the whatever. But actually, the one thing I want to bring up is the thing that Supercell posted not too long ago. what attitude do we have towards each other? Because I think if there's one thing I would like to see for season 3, it is that the people involved are, respectful towards each other and try to really enjoy the game. Because in all these, I played this game for 4.5 years. A lot of that time has been in the hardcore war community, and it's the same thing again and again and again. It's people bashing each other, people talking, trash talking each other, and that's fun, but to a degree. So I sort of want to see us make a push in that direction, taking care of each other, just trying to be kind, trying to be enjoying the game for what it is.
Well, there's a difference between banter and being toxic, in my opinion. But
Yes.
You said it was the same all over the years. But for me, I don't play as long as you. But I had the feeling that the drama and people being toxic and like the behavior towards each other got worse than it was.
Yeah, I think so too.
Mm.
But that's more like because clans get more. It's more one playing field instead of like the individual arranged wars. Like a year ago, I would not know the clans that I know now, and as soon as something happens in the community, you know it.
Yeah.
Well, like a year ago or 2 years ago, when something happened, you probably heard it maybe somewhere, but chances were a lot less that you actually heard every
Well, like a
player
year
that got
ago,
banned or whatever.
people were like hyped if they saw results posted by clans, results of the arranged wars and stuff. And nowadays, even if people see results as CWL Discord in that channel, results channel, it's not like that people are happy for each other or something like that.
Yeah.
No.
I think it's a very fair point though. Like overall, this season, even though it was season 2, it was also kind of season 1, because the season 1 was really like a try period and see how successful it got. Then everyone knew like, oh, this is gonna be big, and then it became really big. So all the drama seeker and closet modders that we had, it was also kind of a first for that to happen this season on this scale. So for the admins to handle situations, it was like the first time, and not like it was done on this scale before. But yeah, the community definitely. I'd hope people be a little bit more respectful towards each other. But yeah, it's a game. It's on behind your PC. You never know.
Let's
really change people.
let's say they're not. And Sloffels, you had to take quite a bit of abuse this season.
Oh yeah,
with the whole War Whales thing, and I really felt
a little
bad.
bit.
Yeah, no, I felt really bad for you. Now let's try to imagine you are a CWL admin, and what would you do for season 3 to make that better?
I have to jump in because I think, sort of looking back, but I do so to describe what I would do differently. I think for season 2, what the admins did it's pretty clear that they tried to have as much media coverage as possible. They added as many clans as possible that had a nice YouTuber or a nice streamer, and they didn't so much look at other factors. So I think that's one thing, promoting the people who aren't, the clans who aren't toxic and really respectful. That's one thing, and not try to be as big as possible. But then it's also the question of admins now knowing what to do when there's a scandal. And I think we've seen admins come and go, and it does seem like they are trying to involve the clan leaders a lot more now than they used to for season 1 and big parts of season 2. And I think that is really, really the way to go.
I have actually never really looked at it that way, that they would choose clans by those parameters. I mean, CWL is really big now, everybody knows it, and maybe this season was even quote-unquote necessary to get where it is now, and maybe we can now focus on the core values again. I don't know, Mutke, if you had the chance, what would you change for season 3?
It's hard to tell. I mean, we are talking now from the outside, like, yeah, do that, and it happens. I definitely don't think it's that easy to do something against stuff like the attitude of the whole community, since there is stuff called like Internet X.
Yeah.
And as admin, I definitely would have gone in a different way with the Warwick scandal. I wouldn't had what I feel kind of the answer of the leaders from the other Invite clans had a way to hide wetting in the decision of the guiltiness for Warwick's or not.
I think also in terms of like what they could have improved is even like try to be more open. They've taken steps to like explain what they're doing, why they are doing stuff, but I feel like it still has a long way to go. So everyone knows what's going on, because a lot of the like uproar and whatever happens is because people don't actually know the facts of why things happen the way they do.
They just hear like
Yeah.
something somebody else told you, and then you are like paint your own picture without having it framed.
Exactly. And that's the big thing that happened during the whole War Wheels thing. Like admins didn't really let anything know like for a week, maybe longer, which made it even worse, because the trolls just got worse and worse. And I feel like they learned a little bit, like with the next ban wave, they just instantly removed everyone. I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do. Like it's the one extreme to the other extreme, but at least they're trying, you know. I think.
But what I don't get is whenever they make decisions, it took them a while until they announced it. Of course, I thought in the beginning, like we had to check details to do whatever, but you probably also saw screenshots which were leaked by admin decisions. So the decisions were fixed, and still like a week later or something, they were just announced.
Yeah.
I would like to have more transparency, to be honest.
Something I would add now, that don't the admins improve, but Supercell, those ban waves, they really want to support is seen like a hardcore war clan scene. They have to bring those ban waves like every week consistently.
Yeah. Because otherwise we're just gonna have the same problem next season, but then with different clans. Because you know how annoying those people can be that really want to bring down clans. They will sneak in. You can't really check beyond the reason of like you can do them as much as you can, but you're never sure. You can never say 100% certainty that someone.
It's also hard to tell if someone really mods, because if we look at some of your hits or also some of mine hits at the 10v10 area, they look just crazy, but it's the way to take the bases down, what most players can't imagine.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, if I would be able to change one thing, and maybe I am even able to do so, because I don't think this is very hard. We sort of touched on this already, but just the way that CWL admins communicate decisions, I don't really agree with that. I think that some of the texts that they sent were, I mean, if you read those, you were reading emotions, and I believe an admin or a spokesperson is never supposed to be emotional in official statements.
It should be more objective than it is.
Another big thing about their announcements and generally the rules is that some are way too long. I know they want to try to be as clear as possible, but the length of some of the announcement that could have been said in a lot less makes it also like sometimes they say too much that isn't like adding anything. It's just like you said, emotions or whatever.
Yeah, so please, CWL admins, if you're listening, and if you're not listening, I'm going to make you listen. No, but I think I'm of course I'm joking, but I think this is something that won't hurt anybody. It will just help. Just keep it short, simple, and clear, and straight on the point, and that already takes away a lot of drama, because if you are that dramatic in your statements, that just causes more drama, that causes reactions, that causes the trolls to go crazy. If you just say Immoral Thieves forfeited the win to Dark Looter Z because there were bans in their clan. It's plain simple. Or same thing with War Whales. I mean, it's okay if that admin that has to write the statement hates the clan, but he still cannot show that towards the outside. I don't know if that's what happened, but that's sure how it sounded sometimes.
And please keep going.
Yes.
Yeah, and I
Stick with it. We all love it.
Thank
Much
you.
as we hate it, we all love it.
You would like have a bigger media coverage, also like including small clans with like bigger YouTubers?
Is that the question, or I can't really?
It was a question, if I understood him correctly.
Me?
Psycho.
Oh no, I think for season 2, what they did was I don't know if you agree, but to me it seemed like at least for me, bringing in the Lost. Maybe it was because they were that good, because obviously they were. But to me, it looked like Monster Deface being their streamer was a big part of why they got invited out of the competition. But of course, that's nothing I know.
Yeah,
That's just
we don't know.
speculation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if I understood it as a suggestion for season 3, or if you were talking about things how they look to you. Okay.
No. But I do one thing about media. I do think for season 3, the official recaps and power rankings and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's really important to keep that going with some consistency. This season with Powerbang not doing it, which is I get that, but him not doing it and then Adam doing it for a little while and then stopping, that was a little bit unfortunate. Now I hope King of the North will stick with it, and I think if it's too complicated, if it takes too much time, maybe they should try to find a way to make it easier, a little less.
Could like ask for volunteers, because CWL Premier had like a league YouTuber or something like that, but from what I heard, that guy did it like when he wanted to do it, like there was no consistency.
Yeah,
I think they should spread out the workload a little bit, because you notice with Powerbank quit because he didn't have enough time with it, from what I understand. And then Adam pretty much he never really caught up with the weeks that he like missed.
No.
He was lagging behind a bit. So I think it's just a lot of work to really go through all the clans. I think if you have a small team instead of 1 or 2 persons, I think that will help a lot to keep it consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
help to feel like hyped about CWL, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, and if it's hard to know what's needed, if they somehow need to make it easier, simpler, not as good looking, because it's looking pretty dang hot right now. I mean, I like the power rankings and the results, but if they somehow need to simplify it to keep it going, that's fine for me, because I think it's a big part of it. It's a big part of the hype to keep it going. So yes. I hope we can see that.
For sure. So yeah, I think we've had some pretty good points here. So just sort of summing it up, would be nice to have some more clear and easier to understand statements by the admins. Would be cool to improve media coverage again, and it would also be good if the community, or the big part of the community overall, would be a bit less toxic. That would make it a lot nicer.
Thumbs it up.
Yeah.
In order to not have this be too long, we are gonna stop right here. Although I believe we could go on for quite a while, but yeah, we're gonna move on. We are gonna move on to the next category. And for this week's Watch Together, guys, or maybe not, I should say. We are doing this on Watch Together, so shout out to Watch Together. But for this week's maybe not, we have got the 10 vs 11 2-star attempt from our war against Worn Glory, and we've got Matt04, our boy from DLZ, coming in right here with the Lalo funnel. A Hawk is gonna lure out the Clan Castle Lava Hound. And then he's gonna drag that over and kill it. Always pretty good to be able to lure out the Lava Hound if you want the Queen to get the Town Hall. I don't think we have any 10v11 hitters in here except me. Is that correct? Or Psycho, what are you doing on your 10?
I suck too much at 10v10, so I'm switching to 10v11. So I don't know.
So you actually do that, okay? Oh, Slothus does it sometimes as well, right?
No.
Come on, now you have done it against us before.
When all the tunnel 10s are cleared.
No.
And I have a hit left.
You try for the 10v11.
10 versus 11 3-star. This is a crazy story, but one of our 10s actually did 3-star one of the DL 11s in a friendly challenge. Like, of course, sandboxed the friendly challenge 100 times, but actually 10 versus 11 3-starred a DL base.
So when am I supposed to guess?
I'm gonna pause the replay. Don't you worry. I got this.
Okay.
They're really interesting openings though.
Max
with the loon funnel.
Yeah, Lalo funnel.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, hasted loons. Mutke, question? Yes.
Yeah, don't forget that I'm a 10v10 and 10v11 guy for FPC Germany.
Oh, alright. Yeah, I know. I remember you bragging about your 10v11 skills in FPC Germany. Alright.
But it's just looking great so far.
Really looking good.
To be honest.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
46 seconds left in the replay, but this is the point time. I picked a pretty good point because the eagle is hitting, so there's dust everywhere. You can't see anything. Yes. No, we've got a lot of bowlers still alive, of course. King is doing work. Queen is in there. And yeah, guys, 44% right now. Town Hall, of course, still standing. So what do you think?
Do you hear me?
It looks like a double.
Okay.
It's looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, that's a triple.
Triple. Yeah, triple. No doubt.
that reminds me of the one Le Unit guy in the snip videos who said that every attack.
Yeah.
This is wrecked. Like every attack, no matter how it went. I don't know who it was, but anyway. Ferox?
I think it's a close 2-star, but it could be that the bowlers, which are close to the expo, are walking around since the other troops are too fast cleaning up stuff.
Okay, but
it's gonna depend on the queen, I think.
Yes,
okay.
but the queen could get the town hall, and he still has. How much? No.
How many bowlers?
No, percentage. Okay, I just checked.
Percentage? 44.
Yeah, I think it won't be an issue of percentage, but if he gets top.
Alright, Ferox, but so will he get the town hall?
I will say close, really close, but yeah, I think it's a second one.
Slothus also says yes.
I'm gonna say fail.
Oh. you keep talking like this is wrecked, and then you say fail.
You play mind games. Come on.
I never do.
Must be a fail. Must be a fail.
All right,
I'm changing my triple to fail.
Okay, Motke.
I would say the main stuff that would take out the TH, like the bowlers and queen, will walk around to the eagle.
Okay.
And the BK will get pulled around from the TH, where he even had to bang a wall to get the TH from the enemy queen.
Yeah.
And so the TH stays up with his sliver of life because of the bowler bounce from IT to TH.
Okay, so you also say fail.
Yeah.
So Ferox is the only one that has faith in DLZ 10 versus 11. Come on now, guys.
Yes.
All right. I'm playing the replay based on the stats for this weekend. That's not a very bold prediction. And as you can see, it's looking good here, except when
I predicted the queen and the bowler bounce.
Jesus.
That's a pro. I feel with it.
Feels bad.
Yeah.
We actually ended up.
I can hear your frustration still.
we actually ended up. And here comes the minion, by the way, guys. But the minion is, of course, gonna get roasted by about 4 different things. We actually ended up clearing that attack almost the same way, just with earthquakes, just to improve the troop pathing. So earthquakes in the same place where the jump spell is ended up getting this. So if you see this Worn Glory base, go ahead and 2-star it fresh. No. Yeah. So 3 out of 4 correct this week, and Ferox gets Ferox gets an excuse because she's not doing 10. Oh, you are doing 10v11.
11. Thank you, Max.
I remember now. Have you have even asked me for planning before, haven't you?
Yeah, I asked you about minus because I never used it before.
This is how good I remember things.
It was just about fun minus. Yeah.
All right. So you should have known, Ferox. Why did you get this wrong?
No.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, wait, shot. The train is back.
There's Mutke's train that's in the recording. Awesome. We're definitely gonna keep that in. We always try to keep that out as best as possible, but we are now gonna officially make it the running gag. Mutke, aka the train. Yeah, guys.
I keep rolling over your bases.
That's true. That is actually true. If you guys did not watch the stream, Mutke swagged. We said that earlier as well, right? 11 versus 11 triple and 3 swag spells on a dip. Awesome stuff. Anyways, I also wanted to say this. We just found out that I said in the last section, I said we don't have any 10v11 hitters, but actually everybody in here has been doing or is doing 10v11 at some point. So great job by me. Anyways, only one war to predict. That's actually only going to be in 2 weeks. So I don't actually know if there is going to be a Clashversation next week. Maybe we'll do some sort of special edition. I don't quite know yet. I'm going to have to gather my thoughts on that and talk to my squad over here. But we're going to do that separately. And maybe do something funny with friendly challenges next week or something. I don't know.
I'm up for that.
All right, but there's definitely not going to be a regular one. Anyways, enough of the rambling. The final, guys. War and Glory versus Dark Looters. Yeah. Thoughts, predictions. Who's going to win? By how many stars? And 10v10 count, everything. Make your predictions.
Can I just pick one?
Yes, you can pick one for now, and then I'm gonna ask you on the other thing. No, it's okay. Just make your prediction.
I'm always rooting for the underdog, and especially if I have friends there, so it will be War and Glory.
Who's your friend in War and Glory?
Becca.
Becca. Okay.
Yeah. I always have to stick with my babes.
I thought you would say Adam.
Yeah. Adam is.
Yeah. Adam is a friend. Okay, so Ferox is picking the wrong team. That's okay. Mutke?
I think I can't say now. I would take the team I lost to with my clan, since I lost against the Elle with Fake Orgasm and against Worn Glory with SL. I'm with Worn Glory.
Because you're my boy.
And because this is your last episode on the Clashversation, that's okay.
And to the counts, I would say on the 9v9 game it will be pretty even. I don't say one clan has now exactly 2 scouts more or less than the other, but I don't think there will be any 10v9 dips. For the 10v10, I would say 6-5 for War and Glory.
Okay.
No, I'm just I go with the usual 6 for the L and 5 for Worn Glory, but I go with 2 dip feds for the Looters, which will give them the lose.
By Itsu?
Yeah.
Ouch.
I hope he doesn't listen to this, because we're gonna sit in the car together for 4 hours on Friday. So if he hears this, it's gonna be a tough time for me.
Good luck.
Psycho, please go next on your prediction.
The thing is, I want War and Glory to win, because if we have Dark Looters again winning season 2, man, So I don't know. I do think Dark Looters will pick up the win, but I'm sort of secretly rooting for War and Glory.
All right.
I do, however, think that it being live, if it is being live sent, I haven't heard anything though, but if it is,
Yeah.
I think that might have affected like it did last season. I
Yes.
think
Yeah.
the guys who sat there in the studio did not do as well as they would have otherwise. So it's sort of a toss-up. You don't really know for sure because you have that aspect. So it'll be
Then
interesting.
again, the DL guys already had the experience.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
for sure. That's true. That's true.
It will be
They're
live.
veterans now.
Yeah, it will be live streamed from Tallinn, Estonia. This time we will have 5 players from either side going there: 2 Town Hall 11s, 2 Town Hall 10s, and 1 Town Hall 9.
Wow.
And I know that Gareticus is going to go there for One Glory, and I believe Vincent and Gareticus are gonna go there. So yeah, definitely an element of pressure added for them. I mean, 3 out of the 5 DL guys are gonna be those that already went there last season, so they're gonna be pretty familiar with that. I don't know, maybe that adds a different element to it as well.
I bet it
Oh
would.
yeah, because
It's
it's
sort
not
of-
the
I didn't
usual
think-
planning and like setup you have.
All right, Slothels, only you and me left to predict. What a coincidence!
Yeah.
The family is last. What do you think? By how many are we gonna win this one?
I think it's gonna be. I hope it's gonna be a nail biter because that's just the fun. It's not gonna be fun if they wreck War and Glory. So they need to tone it down a bit and be gentle.
All right, you can always mess up the planning on voice chat, Slothels, just to make it interesting.
Oh yeah.
You can give wrong tips and stuff to make it close.
Yeah. Right.
No, I'm sure it's a mixed CC. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I can. If I keep on
Trust
talking, I'm not only gonna have problems with Itsu in the car. I can also see the DM from King Tim flying in. I can sort of. Anyways, what do I think about this war? I think War and Glory are gonna outperform DL 9v9 because they really struggled this week. I think DL are stronger 10v10, so they are gonna get 2 more 10v10s. And then for the dips, I believe War and Glory, they are the strongest team as far as dipping goes in the entire CWL. But again, there's 2 11s there this time. Maybe there's going to be some pressure, but War and Glory have such a strong late game. They've always had that, and they are very confident. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be close. I think DL are gonna win it. Yeah, they just need to gather it on the dips. I mean, last time Itsu fell 2 dips on stream in this thing, so hope that doesn't happen again. But overall, I feel like the Dark Looters are gonna come through and make the repeat a thing.
Can I just say something?
Sure, go ahead.
I've wanted to say this for a while, so I'll just go ahead and say it. Dark Looters. Dark Looters. Dark Looters.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's
Dark Looters.
that's awesome. Yeah, the Germans sort of pronounce it as Dark Looters,
Dark Looters.
so it's a little bit
My-
different.
How come it's not a German name?
I don't know. I of course joined way after it was founded, way after DLZ was founded even. Maybe they just wanted to be able to. Maybe they already knew the community was sort of international, and they wanted to have like an
Yeah.
easygoing name.
Could be because they were a Reddit Warclan system in the Reddit Warclan system that
Right.
dates back then.
We need a history of Dark Looters video, if
Yeah,
it's not already out there.
No, I
Maybe
don't.
they can make it in Estonia.
Yeah, I don't think there is one because Itsu would have done it, and I believe he's only done war recaps until a little time ago. So I don't think there is one, but would definitely be interesting. All right,
Until he got 150,000 subscribers in like two days.
yeah, that happened. Yeah, guys,
Sorry.
we are unfortunately already we've been going on for quite a while, but we're gonna wrap it up for today. Psycho, do you wanna say anything? Any shout outs?
Well, first off, I want to say thank you for having me on. I think what you guys have here is great. I enjoy this show so much, so it was a pleasure to be on. Also, I want to say, of course, a shout out to Clantanemo Bay and the leadership there, because speaking of all this, you know, being respectful, taking care of the people around you, I think the leaders in Clantanemo Bay are really good at doing that. So a shout out to you guys.
Awesome. What's the YouTube channel name again? Your YouTube channel?
I've renamed it. I'm not looking for the fame. It used to be Clash. I scrapped that. I just have Clantanemo Bay now.
Okay, Clantanemo Bay. So guys, channel is also gonna be in the description of this video. So go ahead, check it out, and drop our boy Psycho a sub. Ferox, Mutke, Sloffels, final words. Say goodbye.
See ya.
See you next week.
See ya.
All right.
I would like to put a shout out too, if I'm allowed to.
Yeah, Ferox, you are allowed to do a shout out to the Dark Looters. That's okay.
Just big shout out to his mom.
All right. Okay. Are you done or?
I'm done. That's all.
Okay. Yeah, guys. We're gonna wrap it up. Thank you for watching, and until next time, we'll see you all later. Peace out.